All you really need is God. I've been reading the Bible for years, but what I discovered made me rethink everything I thought I knew. I never seen the story like I do now, and I'm confident you'll see it differently too. You likely heard about the woman with the issue of blood. But what if I told you that your current situation might share striking similarities? You could be dealing with a deeper issue without even realizing it. Let me explain. In Mark 5, we meet a woman who's been suffering from a bleeding condition for 12 years. This wasn't a minor ailment. She had spent everything she had on doctors, yet no one could help her. She was dealing with a problem her finances couldn't fix. But watch this. One day, Jesus was passing through, surrounded by a crowd. And in that crowd was this woman. Desperate, she thought. If I could just touch the hem of his garment, I would be healed. So she reached out, and immediately her bleeding stopped. Now here's the part most people miss. When Jesus felt power leave his body, he didn't just ask, "Who touched me?" He asked, "Who touched my clothes?" That detail is crucial. The disciples were confused because people were pressing in from all sides. But Jesus wasn't asking about the crowd's physical touch, but about a touch of faith. And here's something they don't often tell you. Due to her condition, the woman was considered unclean and wasn't allowed to touch anyone. She wasn't just reaching for healing, she was breaking the barriers of shame and isolation to reach Jesus. There was a moment of desperation where she realized that her plans, money, and effort had all failed. She was in a situation where only Jesus could bring her breakthrough. Sometimes you don't know what God can do for you until you're forced into a position where only God can do it. Let me preach to you, because this message isn't just about her, it's about you. Listen carefully. This woman spent over a decade giving herself to people she thought could help her, only to be left with less than she started. Sound similar? She lost everything, chasing after only God could give and provide. And because of her condition, she felt unworthy to approach Jesus, not realizing that he was already near her, knowing exactly who she was and what she needed. Here's the powerful truth. Even though she didn't directly touch Jesus, she touched something connected to him, and he still felt her pain. This shows us that when something or someone is truly connected to the body of Christ, it will be felt through the body of Christ. That's why it's essential to surround yourself with godly people when you feel too far from God, and you need people around you to help you reach him on your behalf. This story teaches us an essential truth. There are some problems only God can solve. No matter who you talk to, you'll keep battling the same issue if you don't reach out to Jesus. It doesn't matter how far you think you've drifted. You're never too far for God to find you. And when you reach out to him in faith, he will meet you exactly where you are. This isn't just about a woman from the Bible. It's about you and me and the breakthrough God has waiting for us. Stop looking to others to fix what only the Lord can heal, and remember, you are never too far to be restored. If today's mathematics has inspired you, please support us by liking, following, subscribing, and sharing. And for free counsel and our blueprint for rebuilding your life or community, visit our new website, rebuildthecity.net. All our ministry materials are free. Your donations fuel our mission of spreading God's love and the gospel of Christ.